Welcome to the first lesson of the first series of my channel. Yay! I'm glad you found it. This is the place to start. Okay, are you ready? In this series, we will talk about how to make reading the best it possibly can be in your house. It's kind of like setting up your life as a reader. Okay? Ready, set, read. All right. Today we're going to be talking about the differences and the similarities between what reading looks like at home and what reading looks like at school, right? So here is some actual stock footage of me when I am in a classroom and I'm at school and I get to do some work. It's nice, right? Yeah, it's beautiful. Now, here's some footage of me, actual footage of me, as I try to get some work done from home. Yeah, that's my real life. Okay. That's actually not footage from my real life. But sometimes it can feel like when I'm trying to get some work done at home, I am just running around in circles like a big ostrich going crazy. And I'm telling you this because I want to validate maybe how you feel. And when you're trying to read at home, it might be a little bit challenging. So let's have a think about the ways in which reading at home and reading at school are the same and different. On my paper, I've created a Venn diagram. You have probably seen this before. A Venn diagram is a tool that we use when we want to compare and contrast two things. So today we're looking at reading at home versus reading at school. So we'll write the ways that that's different on the outsides, and then in the inside we'll see in which ways it overlaps, which ways is it the same. So when we think about reading at home, you might think that your family is around. And when we're at school, your classmates are there. Ooh. Another way that it is different is when you're at home, you can kind of choose your own schedule. And when you're at school, we all do the work at the same time. So we all read at the same time. Additionally, when we're at school, when you're doing some independent reading, your teacher is immediately available. You can raise your hand and your teacher would come over in just 10 seconds. But when you're at home, it might take a little bit longer for your teacher to respond to you. Your teacher is available online. Ooh. So those are the ways that it's different. I'm wondering, can you think of some other ways that reading at home and reading at school is different? Hold on to those thoughts. You are going to need them in a little bit. But let me tell you the ways that reading at home and reading at school is similar. Every day for reading instruction, you will get a mini lesson. So that's this video that you're watching right now, right? You'll have like a 5 to 10 minute little video to teach you a skill or a strategy. Then you will go off and do about 30 to 45 minutes of independent reading and writing. Independent reading. Okay? You would do that whether you were at school or at home. It's the same structure we're going to use. And then another thing that's the same is you will talk about your reading. You will share things about your reading. Sharing about your reading is so important. So in the school, we would do that in like a little circle time discussion or in partners. And since you're at home, we will find other ways to do that. Okay? So there are some ways that it's different, but there are also some ways that it is the same. Here is our completed Venn diagram showing ways in which reading at home and reading at school are the same and different. So you are now completing the mini lesson when this video is finished. Mini lesson's done. And your next step is to read independently. This is the first lesson of the first series. So your reading time might be closer to 30 minutes. Do not worry, we will build stamina as we work together. Another thing that's a little different today is we won't have a share option because we're building on this. It's like a pyramid, right? We're setting the foundation with the mini lesson and some independent reading time. The sharing will come later, trust me. All right? So your job now, as soon as this video is finished, grab a book, grab something to read anything you can, read for as long as you can, somewhere around 30 minutes. All right? Happy reading. Get in contact with me if you have any questions.